We have seen the peak of this interest rate cycle I was mentioning, so this is good news.
What are the current key macroeconomic elements impacting the infra market, Jean-François?
Well, first thing first, what we see is a tremendous acceleration in the global warming. I think this is probably one of the features of 2023. We are, for the planet, at the hottest, warmest since 125,000 years, with 1.7 degrees of global warming for the planet. So this is it. We need especially green infrastructure. And we see the whole world accelerating this trend. So we see massive needs for infrastructure investments, which is complicated by the current environment with rates. Never before for the ECB, never before we have seen the ECB hiking rates that much. Never before in the last 40 years we have seen the central bank in the US hiking rate that much. So we are in an environment where the needs are tremendous for infrastructure investment, especially in the green ones. And then on the other hand of the spectrum, rates and financing are much more complicated, which is a big challenge for infrastructure.
What are your views regarding the evolution?
Well, first thing first, probably we have seen the peak of this interest rate cycle I was mentioning. So this is good news. That's probably we are going to see a stabilization of interest rates. So the financing will be probably a bit easier. But we see an acceleration, like I said, if we talk about France, for instance, it's 100 billion a year. If we talk Europe, it's probably 4 trillion a year. It's probably similar magnitude for investment in Africa. So we see a lot of investment needs. So this is good news that if we see some stabilization of financing needs, this is probably the key feature for 2024. The end of the interest rate cycle on the upside, and probably some rate cuts to be expected next year, which is probably then again a facilitating factor for infrastructure investments.